Hey everyone, so I'm here with my client PJ from Holland, and I just wanted to quickly interview him. He's had some amazing results. I've really enjoyed working with him. And yeah, we want to share his big breakthroughs, what's happened since we started working together. PJ, welcome. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good to have you on. So yeah, let's start with the first question that I like to ask people that I work with. Tell us about what was going on in your life before you decided to invest into working with me. Like, what was the situation before we started working together?
Well, to be honest, I think everybody. Well, I don't have to tell you about COVID and how it can, how do you say, have some influence on your company. And well, I used to be a dojo owner, so I would combine martial arts with self-development. And actually, I was also doing some family coaching, but the dojo, well, I need to close because a lot of students quit the training. Um, So well, there was a kind of need to go to focus on something else. Yeah, so that was the situation.
What kind of income were you earning? Like, what was your income at the time before we started working together?
Well, at the time we start, I can say almost none at the moment because we at that moment we met. I could pay all the bills from the dojo and all the small investment that were necessary, but I couldn't give me myself my own check or more important, two other colleagues. I couldn't pay them anymore. So at that point, we were working like volunteers, so we can keep supporting the training for the children. But we couldn't support our own life at that moment.
Wow. Yeah. So it's fair to say, like, barely scraping by, struggling quite a bit. And I remember also, before we started working together, we talked about your goals, and it was very modest. It was something like 1,500 euro per month. That was it, just to be comfortable and to survive and to be okay. You
Yeah.
didn't have like a big ambitious goal, and yeah, you weren't aiming really that high. You'd be happy even with a pretty low amount of income every month just to be
Yeah,
stable, right?
that's true. That's true. Yeah, it was like I told you I need 1,500 euro a month um, because well, my wife she still got a job, and to how do you say? Yeah, well, to have the possibility to live on the place where we live, we need that number. So that was my minimum. I really need. Um, well, and I think it's always a little bit well. How do you say? I'm working like a martial artist, like a teacher, and I think well, when we start, we always start a little bit humble, uh, and a
Right.
little bit realistic as well.
Yeah, so it was yeah, to convert that, I just converted it as well for the people that are listening that like to use US dollars. It's about 1,800 US dollars. That was the goal. And yeah, for you, I remember that it would be quite a big deal just to make that amount. And yeah, you were very humble, which is cool because, with some of the results that we've achieved, I think it kind of it blows that away, and it really makes it
Yeah,
clear that what you think is possible for yourself isn't necessarily your limit, right? And what you think would be great, once you realize that you can do way more, your standards raise a lot too, right?
yeah, it is, and I think like well, again, if I compare it like with a martial art like situation in competition, you say, okay, this is what I need to do to be safe, like well, guard up and stay focused, and then if your basics are safe, well, then you can start freely thinking about what you really want to achieve. So I was in the same mindset, I think, at that moment.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So tell me about, and tell everyone, what were you skeptical of? What were, your doubts? What did you think? Oh, this might not work. This might
Oh,
go wrong before you started working with
yeah,
me.
well, there were a few. The years before, I did a lot of investment in marketing because I see myself as a good teacher, and I know my programs and my the way I approach with the coaching and the training with the children as well. That's not a problem, but to let make people understand your value. Well, I was not so really good at that point. So I hired a lot of people for a lot of money for marketing. And to be honest, the results were, well, not even the, well, a part of what I hoped. So we can say the results were almost none. And there were people that I met, well, in person. Uh, and well, I met you on the internet, and then I see a 25 years, or you're a 26 years old guy right now, and I'm like, okay, of course, I'm a little bit desperate about the money, but then I must invest uh, quite well a lot of money. I've got some money that I saved, but I didn't have a really high income, like I told you. I've got not a really, how do you say, good experience to invest in marketing or those
Yeah,
things.
you'd already been burned a few times, so it makes it way
Yeah,
harder. It's like, can I really trust someone like this again, or somebody that's going to help me with that thing? Because these people didn't really do a good job. I get that.
yeah. And then, well, the funny part was is that I told my wife, yeah, this guy is 25 years old. And then she said, you are surprised about the age because you're always complaining that people don't trust you because you're a young coach. So she told me I wasn't allowed to use that argument. but,
Well,
oh, she said I'm allowed to doubt about the price. And we've got a nice conversation about that.
absolutely. Yeah. So that was the biggest fear. You decided to move forward anyway. In the end, we had our conversations and we went through everything. And in the end, it
Yeah,
made sense. You made the leap, which, congrats on that. Where we are so far is definitely a result of having some trust and being willing to try again, even after being burned. But tell me about what was the big breakthrough? So once we started working together, I know that for the first, probably the first week, it was a little bit of a struggle and you went through some mindset blocks and a few challenges with the strategy that we were implementing. But
yeah.
about 3 weeks in, you had some amazing results. So if you could share that with everybody.
Well, to start, what was happening in my mind is that there were a few things. The first thing was like, um, if we really go into this, I'm not selling opportunities, but I need to how do you say, to sell myself a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I start doubting about, okay, but it's not about me, it's about the clients, about the customers, not about me. That was the first thing. And then I've got the first breakthrough was like, okay, but I need to show the world who I am, to gain the trust and not what I can do for you. That was the first thing. And when I start not really understand that is necessary, but really start to believe, you know, I'm worth enough to, how do you say,
Yeah, to
well,
charge a high price, to actually make the offer, to sell to people, because yeah, you have amazing value. You make such a big impact, but I think
yeah,
you were just holding yourself back a lot, right?
yeah, that what was happening. And then there was another small thing is that, I never talk about what do I want, what do I need. I can
Mm.
talk about how things work, but not what I need. And I need to say, okay, I'm worth it, and this is what I need to get the trust, to ask the numbers, and then if you I hope you remember, I say, okay, I need 2,688 euros for a program, and you say, what was that strange number? And then again, it was quite humble. If I work that amount of hours with people, then this is the number I need. And then when I say, okay, Raphael, I decide to work with you. I make a second decision. Is okay. This is what we're gonna do, and then I sold 4 programs like 3 weeks after we start to work together. So you can make the number like it's 2,688. Well, and 4 times.
Yeah, we did the math. It was 10,752 euro,
Yeah,
which is about 13,150 US dollars in your first 3 weeks.
yeah,
So
exactly.
pretty astonishing considering the goal was like 1,500 and you make over 10K. Yeah, I think it really is a testament to, of course, we did the work. Me and you, we went through a lot, like positioning your offer, changing your price, creating a new program and a new structure that you would follow and what you would sell. I mean,
Yeah.
all those big shifts, I think, contributed a lot. Do you think there's anything else that we did that really helped you be able to do this?
Well, there were two things. I'm working as a coach as well, but I told you the first week, uh, you're not only the one that guides me how I need to make the steps like online, but you also are helping with two things that really were amazing for me. The first part is like you were like my mirror. Everything that I tell people, it starts with mindset, it starts with self-esteem, and then you go, uh, start to have, a great motivation. I know that myself, but when you're a little bit negative, then, well, how do you say, if your self-esteem is high, then your motivation is positive. And I think I need to go in that mindset again. So that was the first big step. And the second part, what really was helping, were the how do you say, the scripts, for the calls.
Yeah, we give you the word by word, like exactly what to say, the structure
Yeah,
to follow. Yep.
that was what was really working. It was funny because I was just using this as an exercise, just on conversation with my wife, just when we finished dinner. And then I really feel confident. Okay, normally when I try to sell something, I was acting too much as a coach, so I was already helping people too much. And sometimes people, then they're a little bit, how do you say in English, overwhelmed, or they say, ah, now I see it, thanks, bye bye.
Right.
And
And then usually it doesn't even fix their problem, because the issue with that is, yeah, I mean, at the end of it, you're overwhelmed. There's a lot to take in. And then to implement it, you have all these great ideas, but nobody's holding you accountable. Nobody's correcting you along the way. So
exactly.
there's a really high chance that you'll mess up without further guidance and support.
And that is what was happening before. So I think that are the two things that helped me. Like, you were like a mirror, and I came in the right mindset again. That's funny. So even if you work like a coach, yeah, you need to coach yourself as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's 100% true. And that's why I continue to pay for programs and invest, because yeah, I know that if I don't have any support and help, how am I going to be having a full cup and then sharing with other people? It's impossible, right? I don't have anything to give. So it's important that you have help yourself if you're going to be helping anybody else. And also, one thing that I wanted to touch on there is that, the reason why these results came so quickly is because we got the positioning and the offer right, and it was attractive to the people that you're going to be working with, and they found it worthwhile to pay that kind of money for your offer. It's not like we just threw something random together. We really did the work, and we sat down and looked through everything and analyzed everything, and that's how we got so specific, and that's why it was so successful right away. Now, tell me, who would you recommend this for? If somebody's on the fence, they want to work with me, they've thought about it, or they're considering it, would you tell them to go ahead? And also, who would you say that it's good for?
Yeah, I think I can choose like out a lot of people that can use it. So if I can recommend one kind of person, um, what I think, what I would say. I have to think about it because I see a lot of possibilities. I think, like, take my own situation. I know where I'm good at, you know, but then you have to do two things. And one of those things is, okay, you need to have the self-esteem. That's one thing, but you also have the practical stuff, to go online, to make the transition from the old school coaching to the online coaching. So what I'm trying to tell is, um, like, people that will say, okay, I need a little bit self-esteem, but I'm really already know what I want to do, but I don't know how to do. I think
Right.
if you're in that situation, uh, yeah, then I really would recommend to work with you, because it saves a lot of years. You can immediately start doing what you're good at. Um, yeah, and like, to be honest, you say I have to build that bridge, where we're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
on one side and I want to go to the other side. Yeah, and I want to be there to do my own thing, and we are building the bridge together. Yeah, so you have to put time in it, and well, every now and then it's not always the fun part to do, but well, you see the results and you're not doing it on your own. And I think that I want to add it to it with kind of people. I was always working on my own, in my own office, and doing great stuff, but not, how do you say it in English? I don't. Um, oh man, I don't know the word in English.
Do you
You
feel
need
like it
some.
wasn't your best work and you weren't being as creative as you could have? Or
No, no, it's what I mean. If you want, you've got some fundamentals that must be ready if you want to start your own business.
right.
And I'm really good in my job, but I didn't have the fundamentals for my own business, and
I
that's what we
see.
have done.
Yeah,
We,
so it's really the marketing and the sales that people tend to struggle with. And that's why we really get big breakthroughs really fast, is because, I specialize and I'm an expert in that area, and I've been doing it for 7+ years at this point.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. That's what it is. But that's really important to say. The years before, I asked people to do this for me, and like you
mm,
say, they don't know where I'm really good at. They say, oh, you're a sport teacher, or no, you're a therapist. No, I'm not.
Right.
You
And then
know?
they were trying to do it for you. So they were, yeah, you did
Exactly.
like an agency or somebody you'd outsource to and you just hand it
Yeah,
off.
that's what I want to say.
Yeah.
And I know my job, but you know how to build a fundamental. And that's what I say. My mindset is clear. We make the fundamental together. And that's the people that say, okay, if you're not sure about those two things, then I really recommend to work with you.
Amazing. That's great. Yeah. So we did the mindset work, we got all those breakthroughs, and then we did the technical work and the marketing and the positioning. And
Together.
yeah, together.
Yeah.
That's the key. So it's not, hey, good luck. Here's a, just a course, and I hope that you implement this. And yeah, there it is. Or I'm gonna do it all for you. So you have to rely on me and keep paying
Yeah,
me.
that are the two things you
Yeah.
see out there in the world. Like, oh, here's a really cheap program, like for $100 a month, and then you get all the scripts, and you have to do it on your own.
Yeah.
One of my friends, he just yesterday told me he starts a course like that, and it's like, oh, man, you can give me a phone call. I can do that for half the price. But if you need someone on your side, yeah, you have to, well, invest a little bit more, but the investment is just little, and the thing you get are really, yeah, how do you say,
Yeah.
much greater than that.
It's huge. Absolutely. Yeah. With you, obviously, the goal was pretty humble, and then we've crushed that and exceeded it. And, we're well on track to continue to grow a lot here. So I just wanted to jump on and, record it as we are
Yeah,
now and share this with everybody. And again, if you want to take advantage of this and you want to work with me personally and get mentorship and guidance and support, also be in the great community where PJ, amongst a bunch of other amazing entrepreneurs, are hanging out, then go to erafael.com and just sign up for a call, book a call with me or my team, and we'll talk. We'll see what's going on in your business, in your life, and then how we can elevate it to the next level and start hitting your goals. PJ, thank you so much for coming on and sharing. And I really appreciate you. Love having you as a client, love helping you, love supporting you. You already know that, but I got to say it again. And yeah,
that's
hopefully
okay.
everybody enjoyed hearing about your story and the results that we've gotten together. Thank you for jumping on.
Thank you so much.